let's talk about the part two. First, we are going to see what is the reservation in Apprentices Act. Every industry is supposed to reserve few seats for scheduled caste and scheduled tribe. You can see the ratio in different states on your screen. Andhra Pradesh 1:7 for scheduled caste, 1:15 for scheduled tribe. Assam 1:15, 1:9 respectively. Bihar 1:7, 1:100. So here is the list that we need to follow for a different states, and every employer need to ensure that the reservation is there for scheduled caste and scheduled tribe for the apprentices. And now the time to learn what are the different types of apprentice. We have learned already the trade, vocational, graduate, diploma, but they are further categorized into designated trade and optional trade. These all types of apprentices are there to choose any trade either from designated or a optional trade. Designated trade means the trades that the government has decided, this government has notified, and optional trade means what an employer can decide. I as an employer, if I don't have any need of the trade apprentice or a designated apprentice, I will frame my own syllabus. Example, I need an account person as apprentice and account is not there in a designated trade. I can create a curriculum in an optional trade and hire the apprentice for the accounts in the optional trade. So designated are always notified by the government and optional is always by the employer. For designated trade, apprentice has to pass AITT after completion of the apprenticeship, and optional trade is always certified by the employer. Let's see the list of the designated trade and the optional trade. Now, I hope you are able to see the designated trade under the Apprentices Act. These all are the designated trade notified by the government, and the syllabus also has been given. So, if you see the qualification, duration of training, what is the name of the trade, what is the instructor qualification, and what they are supposed to learn, that all is clearly defined under the designated trade. And some designated trade comes with the basic training and some comes only with the practical training. So what we are seeing here, that is a BT, basic training plus a practical training. So theory also has to be there, especially when the person is an undergrad. The government goes for a basic training plus practical training. The basic training providers are, there are so many government institutes where the basic training is done, and the employer are always tied up with the basic training partners. After the basic training, the practical training is given in the industry. And for the person like someone coming as a graduate, for them the practical training will be there, and mainly practical training is given in the optional trade. So as we have seen a basic train, the designated trade, we will see now the optional trade. Let's go here and let's go to the optional trade. So if you see now, even for HR, that's an optional trade. And let's learn what's written here. There is no basic training, it's only a practical training for 12 months. Entry is graduate. Trainer should be graduate and 2-year postgraduate with MBA. That's for 12 months. And the syllabus for 12 months is given here. As an employer, you can also create your curriculum like this under optional trade and give it to your RDAC, Regional Directorate of Apprenticeship Council. You can give to them and they can publish that as an optional trade, and you can start hiring apprentice in that particular trade. What is the difference between a designated trade and optional trade that we have seen? Designated trade are always by the government. They have framed the syllabus, and for how much tenure it will be, what will be the entry level qualification, that all will be decided by the government. But optional trade is always by the employer. Employer decide. Designated trade, the employer, the apprentice is going to pass AITT after that. Optional trade is always certified by the employer. That's the prime difference between that. But if you don't have any need of the designated trade apprentice, that doesn't mean that you are not going to hire the apprentice. You can hire the apprentice under the optional trade, but you cannot say that I didn't hire the apprentice because I don't have a need. You have to hire a 2.5% to maximum 15% of your workforce every year if you are over 40, or more than 40 employees. The employee definition we have already covered in the part 1 of this video. If you have not seen that video, go to the description box, see the part 1, and then you will understand who is a employee or a worker in Apprentices Act. So we have covered what are the two different trades, but now the question is how to hire the apprentice. There is the apprenticeship portal that the government has recently launched in 2019. That's apprenticeshipindia.gov.in. Now on your screen, you are able to see this portal. This is the portal where you can publish the apprenticeship opportunity and get benefit of the NAPS scheme. There is a scheme, National Apprenticeship Promotion Scheme. For that, as an employer, you will register here, go to login register, go to establishment. When you will go to establishment, the create your account, register as an establishment, name, establishment type, registration, PAN, just input, submit, your account will be created. Once you have created the account, now the next question is how you are going to hire the apprentice. To hire the apprentices, first you will publish the opportunity. Like we publish the opportunity on the different portals, same way you are going to publish the opportunity on the portal, and then you are supposed to hire the apprentices from that particular portal. After that, you will be signing the contract with the apprentice. If it is a designated trade, uploading the contract on the portal is mandatory. The benefit of a NAPS scheme is the government reimburse the stipend up to 1500 rupees to the employer. That's the benefit. But for an optional trade, if you don't want to get the benefit, you can eliminate the contract. There is no need to sign the contract. But if you want to get the benefit of NAPS, means 1500, maximum 1500 stipend, then you have to sign the contract itself in the apprenticeship portal, apprenticeshipindia.gov.in. So, how to do that? Let's see. Once I will log in, the portal I have shown you, once you will log in, once you have published the post, you will see the applications in the application tab and you can hire the person from there. And then there is an option of contract. If you can see below the BTP, there is an option of contract. You can mark the attendance. You can go to contract and upload the contract in that, and no other option. You need not to send the contract to anybody. Over in the portal itself, you will be uploading the contract. In the assessment and certification, there is an option of attendance, and you need to mark here is an option of enter attendance. Go to enter attendance and update the attendance, that whether the person, what's the percentage of attendance that person has given in the apprenticeship. So go to attendance, enter attendance, go to enter attendance and enter the percentage of attendance and submit the attendance. Attendance updated, if you can see it here. Whether you want to get the benefit of NAPS, non-NAPS, that you can edit, that why you want to have a NAPS or you don't want to have a NAPS. NAPS means yes, I want to get a benefit of maximum 1500 rupees as a stipend back from there. And how you want to apply for assessment, go to assessment. Once your attendance is updated, go to that edit option and apply for assessment. Application form for AITT, pay examination fee, and this how make the payment, and this how you will apply for your people under the designated trade for the AITT exam. We saw that how to update the attendance in the apprenticeship portal. Now we will see how to update the contract in the apprenticeship portal. So contract is required if it is a designated trade 100%, and contract is optionally for optional trade. Only it is required if you want to get a benefit of a NAP scheme, means you want the government to pay you stipend up to 1500 rupees back. Then you need to file or upload the contract for NAPS, and in the portal you need to mention is it a NAPS or not NAPS for the optional trade also. This is the contract what you are able to see on the screen, but how to do it on the portal. Now on the same apprenticeship portal, there is an option of contract, and if you can see, there is an option of contract template and upload the contract option. So in this option, we can upload the contract of the people whom we have hired. Here we have an extension request if we want to increase the contract tenure, we want to cancel, terminate the contract. That all option is here in the portal itself. And once you have marked the attendance, there is the option of even the stipend. So if you will see here, you can update the stipend and ask for the stipend here only. Go to action, make the payroll, enter once you have marked the attendance. You can, it will tell that what is the monthly stipend, total stipend will come, and you can pay from freeze payroll, choose payment mode, and you can pay from there. If you pay from this portal itself, then the government after a quarter is going to reimburse you back the stipend if you have applied under NAPS. So when you update the contract, you put that whether it's a NAPS or non-NAPS. There is an option, and if you mark non-NAPS, you will not get the stipend. If you put NAPS, you will get the stipend from the apprenticeship board. What is the stipend? For a first year of a training, it's 70% of the minimum wage of semi-skilled worker of your respective state. Second year, 80%, and third and fourth year, 90%. Depend like for how long the apprentices is. If there is no semi-skilled wage that is mentioned in the minimum wages of your state, then this is the minimum stipend, and the minimum stipend in all the cases: graduate 4984, sandwich 3542, technician 3542 per month, sandwich 2890, technician 2758. The period of the apprentices is totally dependent on whether what type of trade it is, and for each course that's a different type of different tenure that's applicable. As an employer, what are your duties? These apprentices are not under any statutory compliances. You are not supposed to give any PF, ESIC, any statutory compliances like gratuity to them. But you are supposed to follow a hours, work, leave, and holidays for them. Maximum working hours that depend upon the trade, the maximum working hour is 48 hours per week. You should not call off for the overtime for the apprentices. You are supposed to give the leave: CL 12 days per year, ML 15 days per year, EL 10 days per year. And they are entitled for under the workmen compensation insurance. If anything happens to the apprentices during the period of work, they are entitled for a workmen compensation insurance. That's the only compliance that's applicable to them. No PF, no ASIC. We have to file the returns and we need to maintain a register for their work progress, and that has to be updated to the audit through the apprenticeship portal itself. These are the compliances of the Apprentices Act. I hope you have enjoyed learning the Apprentices Act and have understood that Apprentices Act is not only for the factories. It is even applicable to the IT companies, a normal establishment, whosoever has more than 40 people, excluding the supervisors, managers, and part-timers. You need to follow the Apprentices Act. You can hire the apprentices through the apprenticeship portal, apprenticeshipindia.gov.in. You want to get the benefit of NAPS, that means a stipend, then you can upload the contract under the optional trade. For designated trade, it is mandatory. You need to mark the attendance on the portal. You need to pay the people from that portal itself. You need to upload the contract there, return filing there, and you need to maintain the register of their work progress, that we call it as a week register of their progress. And two returns are there. Need to maintain the compliances of CL, ML, EL, 48 hours, no overtime for them. And important thing, workmen compensation insurance, no other statutory compliances. I hope you have learned this Apprentices Act very well. If yes, hit like, share, comment, and keep sharing the videos to other HR members. Subscribe the channel if you are new to channel. Do watch our website www.theskillrec.com. You can go to description, there is a drive link, and you can download the material from there. I'll see you in another video. By then, take care. Bye bye.